You know, when Denise Alexander became a household name because of her appearances on the soap operas Days of Her Lives and General Hospital, of course, the mother of Laura Spencer, our famous Luke and Laura couple, a lot of people across the globe saw her as a matriarch. So it's kind of ironic that we have to announce her passing, and with deep sadness, of course, but a deep appreciation. So today on Remote Control, we're going to be looking at the career of Denise Alexander and what she meant to soap fans again across the planet. Now, she passed away at age 85 on May 9th. She played Susan Hunter Martin on Days of Her Lives and, of course, Leslie Weber on GH. She died on March 5th, but her death was only recently revealed, so technically her death came out yesterday. I am so very sorry to hear of Denise Alexander's passing. She broke barriers on screen and off, portraying Dr. Leslie Weber, one of the first female doctors on daytime TV for nearly 5 decades. Now, this came from GH executive producer Frank Valentini on social media. It meant so much to have her reprise her role in recent years, and I'm honored to have had the opportunity to work with her. On the behalf of the entire General Hospital family, I extend my heartfelt sympathies to her family, friends, and longtime fans. May she rest in peace. Now, her acting career dates back to the early 50s when she made her Broadway debut in The Children's Hour and guest starred in such TV classics as Father Knows Best, The Twilight Zone, and The Danny Kaye Show. Now, 1960 was the year that changed her career trajectory when she joined the cast of the CBS soap The Clear Horizon. Now, 2 years later, she was a day player in the ABC soap pilot called Emergency Hospital, which later became GH. But not as Leslie Weber. Instead, she was cast as Susan Martin on Days of Her Lives in 66, where she planted her roots for the next 7 years. When she chose to leave the enormously popular soap in 73, fans were not happy. That is when Alexander joined GH. Ratings were not the best during that time, and ABC was looking to add exciting new characters and stories. Alexander's Leslie became one corner of one of daytime's hottest triangles. Leslie Rick Weber, played by Chris Robinson, and Monica Bard, played by the late Leslie Charlton, who died earlier this year. Leslie was also up to her ears in trouble because she confessed to the murder of David Hamilton, a crime her daughter Laura, played by Jeannie Francis, committed. Now, there's been some rejigging of the plot, so at the time, Laura was the murderer. Her acting earned Alexander an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Actress in a Daytime Drama Series. Now, when storyline called for Leslie to be killed off in a car accident, fans once again were outraged. It wasn't until 12 years later, in 96, that it was revealed that in true soap fashion, Leslie was actually alive. In between two soaps, Alexander appeared on NBC's Another World, working opposite her former GH husband, Robinson. Now, the Denise Alexander's life, again, it's one of successes and basically actor recognition. She once said, no matter where she went across the globe, people will recognize her, be it Portugal, Canada, Germany, Asian countries. Now, she played it on contract from 73 to 84, Leslie Weber, 96 to 2009 in recurring status, and a guest stint in 2013 in honor of the show's 50th anniversary. She had 2 other guest appearances in December 17 and April 2019. The latter commemorate the 56th anniversary of the show. She then reappeared in early 2021. Now, born in New York City, alma mater was UCLA. She was raised on Long Island. She moved to LA when her father, Alec, an agent who handled such notables as Frank Gorshin and Sal Mineo, decided to make the switch from the East to West Coast. She had appeared on TV and radio by the time she was a junior at UCLA. Again, she made her feature movie debut at age 14 in the Don Siegel film Crime in the Streets, starring John Cassavetes. In 62, Alexander appeared as Mildred Kroger on the first season of the TV Western of Virginian on the episode titled Impasse. She broke again in soaps with A Clear Horizon in 1960, then Susan Hunter Martin from 66 to 73. And again, the character was written out on the show temporarily due to failed contract negotiations with Alexander. Now, ABC Daytime rushed to offer the then under her salary perks package to join GH. Rumor has it was in the 6-figure range. When Susan finally returned to days, a new actress, Benny Gaddis, played her. Now, Alexander's role on GH as Dr. Leslie Williams became a long-running role. She stayed with the show for 11 years as one of the program's most popular leading ladies, leaving in 84 after a contract dispute. In 86, she was offered a big salary to portray McKinnon matriarch Mary on Another World. When the commute from her home in LA to Another World studio in NYC proved to be difficult for her, she left the show, filming her last scene in 89, but briefly returned for a guest appearance in 91. In 96, she returned to the role of Leslie, again brought back from the dead almost 13 years later, and yes, she had a head. She continued playing the role on a recurring basis. Now, she did pass away on March 5th, 2025, at the age of 85, but her death was announced 2 months later on May 9th. Now, ironically, in November of 49, Alexander played Perry Como's daughter on Perry Como's Chesterfield Supper Club at NBC. It was a Thanksgiving theme show with guest Raymond Massey portraying Abraham Lincoln. Other key roles including Dimension X in 1950, Robert Montgomery Presents, Armstrong Circle Theater, Kraft TV Theater, another Robert Montgomery Presents, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Crime in the Streets, Father Knows Best, The Veil, The Walter Winchell File, Westinghouse Desilu Playhouse, Make Room for Danny, The Danny Thomas Show, The DuPont Show, with Drew Nelson, The Ann Southern Show, Clear Horizon for 2 years, Twilight Zone, where she played Jodie Sturka on the episode Third from the Sun, which of course is one of the key episodes of the series first season, Letter to Loretta, The Detectives, The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, The Blue Angels, the TV series, The Detectives, The Barbara Stanwyck Show, Angel, Sea Hunt, Ben Casey, Stonyberg, The Virginians, Ben Gerard, Combat 2 episode, The Fisher Family, Diamond Jim, Skullduggery and Samantha, That Funny Feeling, Days of Our Lives for 7 years, ABC Afternoon Play Break, GH from 73 to 84, 96 to 09, 13, 17, 19, and 21, won Daytime Emmy nomination in 76. She was in the award-winning Lindbergh kidnapping case movie as Violet Sharp, Shaft of Love in 83, Hotel in 84, Another World from 86 to 89 and 91, Zoya. She was on Sunset Beach as well as Sister Beatrice, and Pretty the series, and of course the end where she played Lola. Ladies and gentlemen, what a life in soaps. The three most popular soaps in Canada are Another World, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, and she was on all three. Don't know the particulars why her passing was only announced recently. I think it's because of the probably family concerns or whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, from what a career, ladies and gentlemen, 51 to 2025, 76 career in soaps, and of course we give our condolences to her husband Richard Cola, or called Dick, who has been a film director and TV director for years. He also co-starred with her on The Days of Our Lives, and her directorial credits include Virginia, Battlestar Galactica, McCloud, Miami Vice, MacGyver, Hunter, Murder, She Wrote, Gunsmoke, Ironside, Trapper John MD, and other characters. He was also did some of the Quest Store tapes. So, ladies and gentlemen, he did pass away 4 years ago. Like I said, condolences to him and the extended family, looking down for him. But Denise Alexander, ladies and gentlemen, a very feminine, mother-like character. And on this Mother's Day weekend, we dedicate the great career of Denise Alexander to all the mothers out there, especially mothers who sat down with their kids and grandkids and great-grandkids and watched Days of Our Lives and Another World and General Hospital, and watched the great Denise Alexander get through the latest crisis of the week. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're doing with our soap opera tributes, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.